If you have a Samsung Galaxy Note 7, you probably should return it. But if for some reason you want to keep it, too bad, it's not going to work anymore. So, sorry.
I mean, yeah, it's a giant, that whole thing is whenever I ride a plane, and I've been on several flights, they announce that specifically. If you have this phone,
specific phone,
turn it off and keep it visible to the flight attendants. It's a giant issue.
It's kind of a liability because, as you may have remembered in the news, they have had issues with explosions, and this was actually recalled 2 months ago. 1 month ago, they decided to cap off the charging at 60% so as to lower the risk, and pretty soon you just won't be able to use it at all unless you meet a specific stipulation. Let's see what Samsung had to say about that. A software update will be released starting on December 19th and will be distributed within 30 days. This software update will prevent US Galaxy Note 7 devices from charging and will eliminate their ability to work as mobile devices. So Samsung is pretty much just going to brick it and say you can't use it. With the recall, they actually did get 93% of the phones back, but that means there's still 7% floating around out there if they haven't detonated at this point.
If they are still active, I like to think of it as they're enabling it to be a paperweight.
Ooh.
Look at the positive, right?
Are you sure?
There's a positive. No, it's not.
A hot potato game for one day. Maybe.
Yeah, and then you toss it and see who gets it when it explodes.
Who gets a horrifying burn.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
Lithium polymer death. Yeah.
So basically what they had said is this is what's going to happen. We're going to roll this out. We got all of the wireless carriers to work with us, except one. Who has decided not to. Verizon is refusing to, in their part, saying Verizon will not be taking part in this update because of the added risk this would pose to Galaxy Note 7 users that do not have another device to switch to. We will not push a software upgrade. I think upgrade is a weird word to use. That will eliminate the ability for the Note 7 to work as a mobile device in the heart of the holiday travel season. We do not want to make it impossible to contact family, first responders, or medical professionals in an emergency situation. That's an interesting take on it, and I wonder who is right in this. I mean, they both seem to be working off of the idea that they're protecting consumers.
Yeah, when you read that statement and read the phrasing of it, you think, oh, wow, that is, they are essentially depriving these users, possibly, of some vital means of communication. And when you hear it phrased like that, you're like, right.
We need access to emergency responders or family or something. It's not clear to me who is in the right here entirely, because it seems like at least 7%, or at most 7% of the phones that were available are still out there, and they could be a serious risk, especially if people are refusing to cooperate with the recall. But then, not everyone has an easy situation that they can get out of so quickly.
Yeah, it would require you to ostensibly get to a place where they could do the exchange, or maybe you mail it. I don't know if you'd mail it back, but probably you would have to go somewhere where you could physically surrender it and get a new device. They're replacing them, so it's not like you lose it altogether.
You're not entirely screwed if you have one of these. You have something on you that may be a serious risk to your well-being.
Yeah, I mean, imagine.
But it's been all these months. I mean, by this point, shouldn't you return it?
How many months?
Well, 2 months ago is when the recall started. 1 month ago is when they said we're capping the charging. Okay. They were pretty successful. I'm not entirely sure who's right and who's wrong in this, because again, I don't know everybody's situation. Audience, what do you think? Is Samsung right to brick every one of these phones? And is Verizon right for saying we're not participating? Let us know below in the comments, and please like and subscribe for more.